It's time to butcher some more words from another language I can't speak and make a fool of myself like the dumb American I am. What's up, everybody? It's the Ginger Yeti, and I'm checking in from home. Got another beer here. I believe it's the last one that I picked up from Yeleseyevsky Deli over on the east side of Cleveland. I've been chatting with Tuvar, the Urban Viking. I all started with his Baltica beer. I figured I could go find a Baltica down the street at Simone's because I used to see him there all the time. Couldn't find it there. Went all around Cleveland looking. Found this Yeleseyevsky Deli. Thought maybe they would have it. Unfortunately, they don't. And after the fact, I realized I don't think we can get Russian beers in the United States anymore, which is a shame. But I picked up a bunch of Ukrainian and other beers, and I think this is the last one in my fridge from that trip to that deli that I picked up. This is the, here's where I go butchering words, Mykhola India Pale Ale. It's from Umanьпиво brewing company or brewery out of Ukraine. Hopefully I even came close to saying those words correctly. I'm sure I didn't. It's an India Pale Ale IPA. Untapped says it's 5%. Bottle says it's 5%. It's 1 pint, 9 ounces. I should have looked up what that translates to in milliliters, but I'm a dummy. And it just says on the bottle here, Ukrainian craft, brewed in Ukraine since 1878, India Pale Ale. Kind of a plain green label right there. On the back, it says brewed and bottled by Umanьпиво LLC, Uman 20301, Ukraine. And then there's just a government warning. And that's everything on the bottle. There's a lot number, no date code, anything like that I can find. I paid $3.59 for this bottle. And before I open this, I have to give a little disclaimer that don't know how old this beer is. Don't know how it was handled to get to that deli. I mean, who knows how long it took to get from Ukraine over here to the U.S., then to get to distributed to that deli. And once it got to that deli, it sat on a warm shelf. It was back on a corner, kind of away from the windows, but light can still get to it. So hopefully it's still good. And we're going to find out. But it's always a shame when I get these beers and you never know because of how they've been transported, and then to find it on a shelf and not in a dark cooler. But I don't see these kind of beers anywhere ever at all. So I had to buy them. Hopefully this is a good one. We'll get on into it. Untapped, 3.55 with 242 check-ins. Beer Advocate was an NA. Just a plain white cap on top. Pour it in there. Now, I tried another beer from this brewery, did a review on it. There's a video out there of it. It's a honey lager, and that was delicious. Hopefully this is just as good. Get a nose on it here. Not getting anything. I mean, there's a very, very, very faint, subtle, tropical fruit note that I really have to get in there and try to pick up. But other than that, there's nothing really on the nose. And that's one of the problems you get with beers that tend to get, they're older or handle or go through a lot of shipping, sitting on store shelves for a while, or just not handled properly in general. The aromatics are the first things to go. Those things are the ones that are the most delicate usually, and those are the first things you lose in a beer, which is, it's unfortunate because I would love to smell this fresh. And knowing it's from Ukraine and I'm in the U.S., I know this isn't as fresh as it should be. But you gotta take what you can get, right? Looking at that, that's a kind of a, I don't know, dehydrated urine kind of color. Probably about a 6 on my SRM chart. Maybe a fingernail's worth of finely bubbled head. It's kind of a off-white, but not quite nicotine stained white. Still not getting anything really. Let's taste it. Hope this tastes good. Thank you all for watching. Cheers, everybody. That beer's old. Unfortunately, that beer's old. But it's not bad. You can tell it's old, or I can tell it's old, because it's very malt forward now. Lots and lots of malt sweetness, not a lot of hoppiness. A little bit of bitterness on the back end. No off-putting flavors, thankfully. But I can tell this is an old beer. It's been around the block a few times because it's very malt forward. Just a little bit of bitterness on the back end. There's no pronounced hop flavors like fruity, tropical, pininess, nothing like that. Just a very, very malty, malt sweet beer. And that's really a shame, because I'd love to try this fresh. Love to try a beer like this fresh. And it kind of, this beer here, this particular bottle of beer, kind of makes me understand why IPAs were invented. Because supposedly they were invented so they could withstand the travels across seas back in the days of sailboats and nonsense. And if you made a big hoppy beer, shipped it out, and when it got to its destination, it tasted like this, it's still drinkable. It's still tasty. And I appreciate that. It's just unfortunate that with modern technology, that this beer is either very old because there's not a lot of turnaround on the shelves of that deli, or it took a long time to get here from Ukraine and go through the distribution channels or whatever. It's very unfortunate it's not fresh. But as it is, if you like malty beers, this is really tasty. It's not what I expect from an IPA, but I'm happy with this beer overall. I would drink it again. I give it a horns up. Again, I'd like to find this fresh, because I think it would be a totally different beer fresh. But I'm really pleased that it's not off-putting, it's not terrible, it's not skunk, it's not a sink pour. It's a really easily drinkable beer still. It's a nice malty beer as opposed to a hobby beer, which it should be. But it's still good. Have you ever had this beer? Have you had it fresh? Hopefully some of you out there have had this fresh and can tell me what it's supposed to taste like, because this is just super malt forward, very malty. I think a lot of people that aren't big beer connoisseurs would not believe this was an IPA. But it's still a very tasty beer. I look forward to finishing this bottle. I'll enjoy it. Hope you all enjoyed my video. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. To adventure buying beers from other countries at stores that specialize in things and foods and beverages from other countries, because you never know how old they're going to be. And it's an adventure. And as I always say, as always in my videos, embrace the adventure.